Naked City.
5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
I think we bust in there and find it out there.
Hey, Chug. Alright, new clue, morphine. Check out your new deck. I cannot click that right now. We just started.
Anyway.
Show it to me when we start playing Snap.
Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
Lush. Come on, Roy. Let's go, buddy. Maybe we'll get more crime scenes we can investigate together.
You seem distracted. We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really
Enjoy
going
the
on
store,
while
pirate.
we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
Whoops.
Look where you're going.
Don't worry, I'm a great driver.
Deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Ay, ay, ay. Roy is, he's a stinky binky. Don't worry, I'm a great driver. Roy's a little cranky about losing 50 bucks. What's up, Crimson Skywing? How are you?
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Thanks.
Second floor, apartment 6.
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Yeah, there's one good Roy Kavon. Is it the one from Super Smash Bros? Who the hell is this guy? Oh, it's the maid. Maybe? Is that the wife? Who is that?
This doesn't pertain to the case. I don't think this is going to help us. Junk.
You never know.
Not much help.
Nothing in the kitchen.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look. Could have been a modeling assignment.
Modeling job.
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Hey, even back in the 40s, people were dissing Sears. Roy Kent. Oh, you bloody cunt. Bloody bloke. Roy Kent, Roy Kent, Roy Kent, Roy Kent.
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all
Oh
cases
my.
of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest.
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
You guys are all very smart men. Her arms are beat the hell up.
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
Her nails are messed up too. Girl needs to do her nails better.
The neck is bruised pretty badly.
The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
This is her in these photos?
Is it prestige to live in similar apartment house in Canada nowadays? Prestige? I mean, it's just nice to live somewhere.
Girl like that? Maybe she's having trouble with some boys, huh? Maybe she got her heart broken.
It's just nice to have a place to live and
Anymore.
get to pay rent every time.
Down some pills, and then she just drifted off.
I don't know. Julie, she always had so much fire, so much drive. I'm sorry, I'm not being very clear.
There. It's okay.
Yeah, it's nice to live indoors, not on the street. Glad to see other people think so. It definitely does depend on location, but you know, it's always nice to just live somewhere.
It's a place to start.
We got an address. And nothing else. Did we get everything? I'm gonna check the bathroom one more time. Wait, we didn't even go in her bedroom yet. Your friends from the US told me that apartment houses are pretty often not considered as prestige or something. Prestige, what, like fancy? Who gives a shit what people think? If you got somewhere to live, you live there. That's how I feel.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45.
What's up, Queen
who'd
Beck?
wear one.
Good morning. Which desk are you working? We're on Vice right now. We're on the Vice desk.
Looks like barbiturates.
We took a couple days off from this game to play Suicide Squad. I think this game will probably be done by like Saturday, maybe.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing? We should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Take one capsule after a meal. You like the homicide desk? Homicide desk was fun. When I played this game as a kid when it first came out, I think I was like 14 maybe. I got to the arson. I remember getting to arson. Don't really remember these cases because I was 14 years old, but I got to arson, then stopped playing. I never beat the game. Shame on me, I know. So it's exciting to be somewhat close to an end. Because if we check our statistics, this is case number 16 out of 21. So it's probably the last case on this desk. Or second last case. I think we got everything in here. No, there's still more here. Do I talk to the lady, maybe? Let's see. There we go.
Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact.
Victim's state of mind.
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No
I'm
more
trying to
than
be the
normal.
best driver possible and not cause damage.
So she wasn't mad at anyone in particular?
No, men were usually besotted with Miss Julia. Not
Oh,
the
I
other
messed
way
it up.
around. I don't think Miss Julia was ever in love with anyone.
Got that one wrong. I'll get the achievement for most questions wrong.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
She's obviously lying on that one.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
Why not speak ill of the dead? They're dead. Who cares? We've had this conversation before. Once I die, just throw me in a river. I don't care. I'm dead. What am I gonna do?
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
I'm sorry. I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
Relationship with the victim.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Doubt.
Mrs. Reynoldson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung.
That
Loved
sounds
me one
illegal and
moment
like water
screaming at me the
contamination.
next.
Well, I'm dead.
She
Throw
wanted
me
it
in the
all.
dirt
She
then. I
wanted
don't
it down
care.
Quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like
Donate
she
my
was going
fingers to
get it.
science. I don't know.
Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Also, hey, sheep.
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson. You've been very helpful.
Good
One of the
morning.
other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
If I die, just throw me in a hole then. I don't care.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
All 200
You think
drivable
Carruthers
cars
called it
unlocked.
right? He rarely gets it
Good
wrong.
morning, unexplainably weird. How
I don't
are you?
know. I'm a Galloway. I've met
Can we get
enough girls in
Yuck
my time
Goose
who
on a
can't handle
shirt?
the dope.
You'd have to ask Tantrum Collectibles, but there is new merch available. There's Valentine's merch. I think there's one mug. There's a Valentine's Day mug if you want to buy one of those. I can show it off after this. You'd have to ask Tantrum if they want to put Yuck Goose on something. It just wouldn't move. When you die, throw you in a hole, so kind of like a funeral. Throw me in an incinerator, donate my body to science. I don't care. I'm dead. Do whatever you want. Music in lobby. Don't backseat. Why can't you make it love? I'll get it all eventually. Don't worry.
Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
I think our work is done here.
Find and inspect all of the narcotics. Hey, I got an achievement. Do I usually skip the car rides? No, I just learned how to skip the car rides today. So I haven't really skipped any car rides. But now if a street crime is too far away, I'll skip the car rides. We'll go to dress store first.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn.
Phelps!
There's an achievement I can get right now.
You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn.
What is it?
Let me fill you in.
I might have got it already for all we know.
Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Oh, I've done that one. That was one of the first achievements I got.
I don't see why they'd be any
80
better
miles
or
an
worse
hour
at
for
it.
10
I
seconds.
noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs.
I wish I had the time to get all the achievements in more games. But then again, I've seen YouTube series called I 100%ed blank in blank blank blanger, so you don't have to, so I could just do that. I 100%ed LA Noire in 2024. Here's how it is. It's horrible. What's up, Swift Ike? Oh my god, Swift Ike. I'm a Swiftie. Good morning, Swift. How are you doing? Bid incentive to 100% a game. 100% in a game for me is just getting all the achievements. Chiefs fan, eh? I don't watch football. I'm a Swift Ike fan. I mean, if we're talking Taylor Swift, I mean, I like some of her music. Also, good morning, Doog. What game would I want to get all the achievements in? Starfield. My list right now is Starfield, Cyberpunk, Dave the Diver, Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. Darkest Dungeon would be fun, but tedious. A Burr fan. Thank you, thank you. I tip my hat to you. Wanna know the best thing what happened when I shaved my head? I didn't have a dent in my head. Ugh, what game would chat want to see again? Go back in 100% Cyberpunk. Me doing this to my head's probably putting a dent in it with how strong I am. I look like someone familiar. I know, I look like Burr. Your best friend.
Hello. What can I help you with today?
Do I like Starfield?
LAPD,
It's all subjective, but yeah.
I hope I haven't done anything
I liked
wrong.
it.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning.
Mario Party with chat?
How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any
Sleepy
kind of
flower.
trouble, is
She's
she?
a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
King Neptune with the paper bag.
That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
Thanks.
How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau.
She has no reason to lie.
Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Informed of Mr. Henderson.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
I think she's telling the truth. She doesn't know who he is.
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson.
2 for 2.
Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
That's me. I'm full of life. Oh, that's it. I am also, if you guys ever see me, just know I'm so full of life. You'll go walk up and be like, hey, Bird. I'll be like, hey. Full of life, baby. And if you see me drinking a Pepsi, I'm having an even crazier day if I'm drinking a Pepsi. We'll make an illegal Yui. Good morning, Gamer Pro. Yes, Carl the bartender has already happened.
Nice move, not telling old Sweet Lips in
I think he was in the last homicide
half out the
case,
door.
potentially?
Very
Or was it the
slick.
first
I
this
figured
person?
we'd get more out of her that way. You're learning, Phelps.
Was it homicide?
We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
But yeah, Carl was already here. Is it Tuesday? Dude, it's Thursday. Oh, I was going to say something. I can't remember what it was going to be. I was going to say something for chat engagement, and it was going to work easily. And I don't remember. Well, now I'll never get chat engagement. Richer, cleaner, bolder! The finest tobacco in America! Oh my god. Bring back Tuesday? Why? It'll be... Tuesday's the most boring day in the week. It's right after Monday. It's right before Hump Day. Just Tuesday. The only thing good about it is people say it's Taco Tuesday. It'll be back on Tuesday. Was it everyone posts? Yuck? No, I wouldn't say such a thing. It's the Arkham Universe streamer. Yep, it's me, the Arkham Universe streamer. In the month of January, I played every Batman Arkham game, and Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. And Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League doesn't even come out until tomorrow. My goal is to have a video on it ready for tomorrow with me beating the game. So, we might have a Burgle night stream of editing. Might have a Burgle night stream. Hey, Waffles. Man ain't
I swear, if
sleeping.
we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Sheep, yesterday I streamed for 10 hours to beat Suicide Squad. After that, I took an hour to write a script for Suicide Squad. Turned out to be a 5-page script. Good script, I think. Very fair in the game. Go in depth with what I need to. And then this morning I recorded the script when I woke up. That took about 30 minutes. Something here. Yeah. And now today I need to edit the script.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
I might do a quick workout before that, though. Maybe go on a quick little jog with a little lifting. Wish your car would come in. Isn't it supposed to come in by, like, the 14th? Was it the 14th?
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
Relationship with the victim.
How well did you know Ms.
Sunday.
Barely at all.
If your car doesn't come in by then, how you screwed? See that glance? But I think he's telling the truth.
She was disturbed, though.
Nope, he's not telling the truth.
Conventional sense, she had trouble sleeping.
Damn it!
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
I feel like I don't have any evidence for this. I feel like I don't have any evidence.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
Can I use your phone? Don't mind me.
Operator, give me R&I.
He's jumping out the window.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Hollywood Receiving Hospital. Explain the chat. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Love is when you'd walk 5 miles over hot lava without any socks or shoes on to see somebody smile. You get home from work, get done with a long day, and just seeing that person makes you happy.
About what?
I don't know.
You go to bed,
He looked relieved when you said she was dead.
they're in bed with you.
That's a strange reaction.
Doesn't have to have anything sexual.
Patient.
They could just be doing a crossword or something. And you're just doing your own separate things and you just enjoy their company. Love is the feeling inside when you look at yuck. Find crosswords pretty sexual. Oh, well, that's your kink, I guess.
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
What's love got to do? Got to do? Damn. Guys, I think she's dead. She's in a morgue. Love is when yuck is inside you.
Detectives Phelps and Earl here to see the coroner.
Yes, Detective. He's waiting for you in the examination room.
Your vacation starts? Going anywhere, or is it a staycation?
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Yuck is love, yuck is life.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine.
The yuckler! No, Seliman, no.
Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Have any of you guys had a vacation? Like a vacation lately? Like you got on a plane, you traveled somewhere, and you just left life behind for a little bit?
Phelps, go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
The canary says so.
Once the next expansion drops, if you collect all the Riddler things, he becomes a playable character, or at least Earth 34. No. Riddler does not become a playable character. Hopefully, the only way I'll play is if Riddler becomes a shootable character. Can we kill him?
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
Into Norway for fun in September? Let's go. Norway sounds good. I'm going to Boston next month for PAX and to see family.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
I think he's telling the truth. He ain't... Nope, he's lying.
We were friends.
Boston, Massachusetts. The only Boston I know.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Spill it, Henry. You
Damn
know
it.
nothing about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Oh my god, I'm 0 for 2.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
I don't think you could fail. Oh, he's definitely doubting this one.
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Bronco, give me a hand. I got a heart.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. The Fighting Sixth.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That was the most smug. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
Professional tailor.
He's in that car at the lights.
The funky music's on.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
We're not losing him. We lost him. It's not my fault. I was following traffic laws and the fucking light never turned. God, it's like a goddamn light right down the street. It takes 20 minutes to turn. Every time I use the walking signal near it, it takes forever.
This is KTI, Los Angeles.
What up, Paul?
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they
Good
pull
morning.
the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Shame on me for following traffic laws. Hey, shame on me. Happy Thursday.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
We're not losing him this time. Oh my fucking god, this stupid light has gotten me 2 times in a row because I keep waiting for it because I'm a good citizen. This is what I get for being a good citizen.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
I don't want to be right behind them. The lights do turn eventually. This seems like a fucking mess. Are there no lights in this intersection? God.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
He just ran a red light. Fuck him, I'm running a red light. I'm not getting stopped by that light 3 times in a row.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
It is LA. Traffic jams are inevitable. But it is LA 1947. Were people still giving up their entire life to go move to LA and become actors and then fail miserably and become a barista at Starbucks, making $15 an hour while trying to land commercial gigs for adult diapers or something? Woo!
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Yeah, I would live in a city where the price to live is 3 times their ways, not even twice.
Can you quit driving like a jackass already?
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Does anybody else sometimes wonder how they're alive still? Like no, like, depression thoughts at all. Just like, man, I'm still cooking? It's like, wow, another month went by where I paid my rent and everything.
What are you doing?
Damn it. Yes.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done.
I'm very lucky to not have any medical issues, to my knowledge. I could have so many things wrong with me and I wouldn't know.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack.
You got arthritis at 20?
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
No asthma? No. That seems incredibly unlucky. God damn it. Why? What are you doing? Why are you stopping in the middle of a crosswalk to look behind you to make sure nobody's following you? What are you doing?
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
There's no cover over
I'll
there.
bring the car around when I'm done here.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
don't mention the price of it.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Help insurance helps.
I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
He doesn't see. Oh, God. Oh, God. Those cars are honking at people in the crosswalk. It's LA, baby. They got no manners.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
Oh.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over.
The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Interesting. I gotta go make a phone call quickly. Detective Phelps.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Any messages?
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to the Hollywood station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest?
That was like the fourth try I did it.
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thank you.
Meet with Patrolman Wallace. You're yawning and cheese? That's my glasses case.
How can I help, Detective?
She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Pirate, thanks for the 100 bits. I made money today. I made money today. But it's only $1.
A one-way ticket to Mexico.
You guys make $1, your streamer makes a dime. That's why you give me Twitch fucking Prime.
What's his motive? I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus 2 dames always equals problems.
Game Nerd's money means nothing. $2? I'll take $2.
Come on, let's give him a hand. Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Find some cover.
Just enter a shootout with Wallace.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. We nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
What's Barnum and Bailey?
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
Interesting. Willie. New person of interest, eh? With Willie.
You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
We might have our guy. Who's Willie, though? We have a Henderson and we have Arnett. It's definitely not Will Arnett. Will Arnett was not alive at this point. But Will Arnett is in the Suicide Squad universe. He did do a commercial for them. Way to go, game nerd. Do these people ever sleep?
We caught up with Mao. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc. He worked burglaries with a big guy. Goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer. Can you work boxing gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of stuff?
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where Arnett comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
The guy's a bum. His office is a front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of him.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
It could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, Roy? Stefan?
Finbar?
Oh my.
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Are we going to the Mocambo this Friday?
Oh my.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
Black sapphire ring.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here. Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
Is there anything else we have?
Guy gave his wife a cat. I said, "Don't share and love him more."
There's apparently more. Maybe I have to do this. Gotta tap that finger. You hate build crafting and snap build crafting? Don't think I've ever heard that.
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
All right. We got everything we need.
Mary says he'll sin, but only if I guarantee he walks.
What do we got next? Everstrom Residence.
So you and Rusty have been having discussions. Anything you would like to tell me, partner?
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with you. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes. You're a Booneroo case man, Phelps.
What's a Booneroo mean?
Best I've ever seen.
Thanks.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps.
He said thanks. What else do you say to a compliment?
A hopped-up model, a cat, and a circus freak. Only in L.A.
Fairy tales of the rich and famous.
More like pathetic tales of the desperate to be rich and famous. Junkie Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Arnett, LeBlanc, and Willie.
Don't you go putting the pieces together again before they fit, Phelps. Listen to your old pal Rusty. Or should I say Finbar?
I wouldn't call him that if I were you.
What do you care? It doesn't sound like you're the top of his Christmas card list.
He gives everyone a hard time. That's just how he is.
I thought he was gonna say he
Whatever
gives
gets you
everyone a
through the
Christmas
day,
card.
Cole.
Men are tough. Cole wasn't tough.
He sure can play these drums. Gene Krupa, right here on KTI.
I could have just had my goddamn partner drive us there and saved me the time. How far away is it? It's not that far.
I just had a double Big Mac from McDonald's. Talk about a heart attack on a bun mile.
You had a double Big Mac from McDonald's? Nice knowing you. Hope I'm in your will. Thanks for the 100 bits. Hope you're going on the treadmill today. If I eat McDonald's, I need to go on the treadmill or need to do exercise the next day. Need to make myself feel better. The McDonald's is already in me. There's nothing I can do about that, but...
You're paying for every last scratch. Tell me you're insured.
No, I'm not. Going to take a nap. You might not wake up. Isn't a Big Mac a hamburger club? It's a Big Mac.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eastrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
List of stolen
Can you
items.
describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Lie.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are, making heinous accusations in my own home?
It's worth $10,000. This is 1947 money.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
A terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
God, that's a hard one. Is it lie again with the contraband list?
I think you know more about this burglary than you were letting on, Mrs. Eavestrom. There isn't an insurance claim involved, is there?
Are you accusing me of having my own home burgled? How dare you? What possible proof do you have for this scandalous remark?
Why would she commit fraud when she already has such expensive items? The rich only want to get richer.
I would appreciate it if your friend finished his drink and the two of you left.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eavestrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You've only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
Hello, Mother.
Exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, Mother and Father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Oh shit, she's in the car with us?
Friends, quality is an American trait. And
Interrogate
Americans recognize quality
Henry Arnett.
Milwaukee, Chicago, or Los Angeles. The same goes for
Well, now we need to be the best driver we can be.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
Put a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
Gotta impress the lady. I assume we have to be careful. But not too careful. Hope everyone's seatbelts on, but seatbelts weren't super popular in the 1940s, so good luck. Don't die. Have fun. Literally, nobody is moving.
Take the next right turn.
my superhero music. They call me Bald Boy. How far away is this guy's apartment, man? Oh man, it's far. You drive this far for your fiance? God damn. Me driving home to see Burr stream. Sorry about the concussion. I just like looking the way he drives in this. Woo! You can have your partner do the driving, which I learned too late.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiance really is.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
Are you Jimmy Kimmel?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Whoop, I just totally punched her.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
Stop! LAPD! Don't Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on,
Put your hands in the air.
Once you hear some stuff being said, once you hear stuff getting thrown,
Don't make me chase you.
fuck Christ. He's waiting for me. We're about to get a ah!
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming round, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry?
We have to investigate the apartment.
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her?
Big A high French QTC party.
Arlen, thank you for the 100 bits.
That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
How are you doing?
A graduation present from my parents.
Is that all? They just miraculously get their hats back. Hey, anime girl Naruto. Is there seriously nothing else here?
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
Doubt.
Miss Swanson might.
I'm lying.
Sorry, Arnett, but I'm not buying. You're involved in a burglary scam, and so was Julia Randall.
I'm a legitimate businessman. I can't speak for Julia.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was going to marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was going to create a new gang.
Doubt.
You wanted Julia Randall out of your life.
Why would he want that? Julia was our friend.
Julia was his hump, sweetheart. They were the Bonnie and Clyde of society burglars. He met you and realized he didn't have to steal anymore. He could just mooch from you. He needed Julia out of the way.
Julia was insatiable. She didn't care about anyone, not the least me. She was never going to go back to the poverty she came from.
Damn, Blissett.
I wanted it to stop.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Why?
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things. No such person. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Fuck!
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
That was horrible. 0 for 3 again. I'm gonna get another 1 star on this case. Interrogate Dr. Stoneman. Ay, ay, ay. You know what? You drive this.
You know the way. You can drive.
That broad's got socks in his ear.
Can't we talk about this?
You're behind the wheel.
Damn, man. Another case where I suck.
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering
Man,
back
Burr,
in
you
there
really
like
need
a
to
drunken
brush up on your
sailor.
detective skills and on how to read people
I
live.
didn't box in the
Lion
Marines,
and
though,
Dowden
did
is
I?
so similar. I didn't think I had. I thought I had some evidence for it. The Lion and the Dowden is so similar. Thank you for the 100 bits. Not like you guys would do any better. In front of a Twitch chat.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better.
The voices, Mason. What do they mean?
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in. I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came.
I think this game is on the Switch.
Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her? I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
The practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key. What have I done?
Didn't see that coming.
Well.
Operator, give me dispatch.
You have a little urgency in there.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way.
All right, we're going to Willie's apartment.
We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
It wouldn't fit on the Switch's default memory. Aren't like 80% of the games on the Switch don't fit on the Switch's default memory? Because the Switch has like 2 gigabytes of memory.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredibly beautiful.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy. As long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
Oh my god.
We don't find you handsome. Police find you handy.
You can drive.
We'll have him drive us there. Willie's apartment, 1 a.m., Hollywood.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket.
Insert
Get this.
generic resub
Kids around
message
here
here.
say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this out of the street.
Avatar, thanks for the tier 3 for 40 months. God damn.
A harmonica playing wrestler.
Greatly
That's a
appreciate
weird
it. I
one.
hope you're doing good.
Think
Thank
your
you for the
mitts as well?
continued support. It really does mean a lot.
Open and your mouth
What's
shut.
up, Tantrum Collectibles?
Wait. Cole. You hear that?
Howdy, Tantrum.
It wouldn't be that way.
Oh. My bad. It would be this way then. New mug just dropped. Yes, new mug just dropped on Tantrum Collectibles. Go buy the new mug. They're available until February 14th. 2 weeks. For Valentine's Day, go buy the mug. Go buy it. You finished Kill the Justice League? I did finish Kill the Justice League. Now I need to make a video on it ASAP. I need to have a video done by tomorrow. The mug looks very good. After this, I'll show it off and sell it harder. And order a Hyuk banana pin. When it releases for the normies. It's a game.
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere.
Merch
No
was
place
bought.
to go unless he grew wings. There he is. Waste the son of a bitch.
This one's strong, motherfucker.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab.
Thank you, Lodima.
So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Julia had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
Complete the Naked City. Questions correct. I got half of them correct. That's still 3 stars. Well, like and subscribe, Let's Play channel.